He plays above the rim. Expect Kansas to be physical with him and try to take some of the steam out of that athleticism.
Each of these teams with a lopsided win to get their season started. Carolina beat Central Arkansas by 40. Kansas. This is Flory Badunga, who looks like he has really expanded his offensive game here this season. Trey White with a nice interior feed. Badunga up with the left and good. This is Jaron Stevenson, a Chapel Hill kid, a transfer from Alabama with the Tide the last couple of years. And the long three won't go for Kyan Evans, but the follow will go.
Presence known, Caleb Wilson, nobody blocks him out. You turn to rebound, he's just going to jump right over you. And then Peterson stealing it from Wilson and taking it the other way, going against an excellent defender in Seth Trimble. Got all the way to the rim and laid it in.
And there will likely be a number of different Tar Heels who take their best shot at defending Peterson. A deflection out of bounds, still Kansas ball. The starting five for the Jayhawks, like so many programs, a lot of new faces. Badunga, the only returning starter. Trey White, a guy to keep an eye on as well. He's with his fourth team, USC, Louisville, Illinois, and now Kansas.
That looked like it went off of Kansas, but don't think you're going to see this challenge. Trying to blow up that little ball screen action. The key to Carolina's season is going to be their defense and their rebounding, because this team's going to be able to score.
Wilson has it taken away. Peterson off to the races and lays it in.
Well, you can see Darryn Peterson just glides. There's so many different handlers that Kansas can bring it up. They don't have to get it just to Peterson.
A much more athletic team than a year ago, would you say?
Way more athletic.
And Trey White knocks it down.
He's averaged 10 points, 5 rebounds for his career. And he's going to help stretch the floor.
Speaking of stretching the floor, Henri Veesaar can do that.
And this is going to be a challenge for Peterson, because Trimble just lives in a stance. A great individual defender.
Experienced guy, physical. Veesaar the tip. Badunga gathers and finishes.
And Fog Allen played for Dr. James Naismith, who invented the game.
That's as straight a line as you can draw back to the history of college basketball.
Henri Veesaar can do is he can really pass from up top. Carolina likes to run high-low, and they have two excellent players in both Veesaar and Wilson to be able to run that.
Peterson elevates, hits, and is fouled.
Worked out for him.
And I assume it'll work out for Peterson as well. More good ball movement by the Heels.
Communicating really well on defense with Luka Bogovac to get him to his matchup.
Luka Bogovac, who just became eligible prior to the season opener for the Tar Heels, a junior from Montenegro. Council looking inside. Now Tiller, a big guy who likes to step out and shoot the three. Badunga right into the chest of Wilson, and everything but the finish, but he gets the loose ball back. Boy, he is a much improved player at the offensive end from a season ago.
But Badunga plays above the rim, and when he sets a ball screen, he gets out of it really quickly with his mobility.
Wilson knocks it down, and a foul on Jackson as well.
And he's magnificent. He knew that he had a mismatch here with Elmarco Jackson, and he just decided, I don't need to bully you.
This is Council, the St. Bonaventure transfer, averaged almost 15 a game a year ago, but now a turnover by White. Powell rejected by White at the rim. And it's great to see him here.
Yeah, Carolina needs to take advantage of these switches, especially Veesaar.
Step back three. Zayden high from the corner.
And they have numbers.
Veesaar wide open. Count it.
Kansas was down a man. He fell down. Bogovac got a piece of the paint, kicked it out to the big guy.
Speaking of physicality, Badunga and Veesaar, initiated by Badunga there. Tiller for three. Yes. And Kansas back on top.
He thinks of himself as a perimeter player. He's going to have to do a little bit more in the post, especially defensively.
And now a steal by Council. Took it right away from Evans. Peterson, back-to-back threes for the Jayhawks. Tiller again knocks down another three. Stan Shulman, Jay Billis here at the Dean E. Smith Center in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And again, if you missed it off the top, the first time ever that Kansas has come to this building. And Bryson Tiller's like, what took you guys so long? Peterson came back in, but remember, Wilson has 2 fouls for Carolina. He's on the bench. Both of those things happening in the last few minutes. And Hubert Davis needs an assertive Henri Veesaar.
Kansas scored 17 points off those 9 turnovers. Talk about the difference in the game.
A big reason they've got an 8-point lead. Make it 10 on the drive by Council.
Tough plays trying to get the ball inside early to Darryn Peterson.
Evans scoreless in the first half, but a beautiful 2-man game with Veesaar. Evans shut off on the baseline. Wilson rises up for a 3, and Veesaar slams it home.
He got hit there and still finished with the left hand.
But Kansas does not get back in transition, which was the #1 thing Bill Self talked about. Pace here to begin the second half. Kansas by 4. Rosario. Long rebound out to Stevenson. Here's Trimble. Takes a bump and finishes.
He was lucky he didn't pick up a foul there, and then goes right over Rosario with the left hand. In this game, the most important thing is his defense on Darryn Peterson.
Evans inside. Veesaar again. Great eye contact between those two.
Screener, scorer, basketball.
Henri Veesaar has come out on fire here in the second half.
Well, Trimble's really making it difficult for Peterson to catch the ball, but even catching it there, he can rise up so quickly.
What game Darryn Peterson has at the offensive end. Evans knocks down a 3, and the Heels are on top.
Carolina gets it down quickly and just runs it down Kansas's throat.
You said Council is about as quick a player as you will see in college basketball.
Everything's with a purpose. Great back cut.
Trimble. Blocked from behind by Rosario. Evans. Veesaar. Turnaround Wilson. Tough shot.
Come on. Are you kidding me? Time a screen is being set for Trimble. Kansas is going under.
Wilson draws 2. Finds Stevenson. And he hits the corner 3.
Good job by Wilson to run the floor.
Evans for 3, and it's the largest lead of the night for the Tar Heels.
That's been the big question. And they've not been able to get the ball inside and not been able to really penetrate this North Carolina defense.
And how about another great big-to-big look from Wilson to Veesaar.
Well, it's been 1 and out for Kansas.
Great defensive play. Peterson, though, saved it right to Wilson.
Terrific play by Peterson, but then tries to save it. Winds up saving it right under the Carolina basket.
Jaden Dawson, a transfer, a senior from Loyola Chicago, who could really shoot it. Missed that one badly. And Trimble gets the friendly bounce. Peterson on the bench right now for Kansas. Bidunga uses that right arm to get around his defender and slam it home. Peterson is still on the bench right now for Kansas, and they just can't buy a bucket at the moment. Jackson steps into a 3, and they needed that one.
Well, Carolina's ball movement in the second half has been so much crisper than it was in the first. They don't have a turnover, or haven't given a point-off turnover in the second half.
Bogovac somehow slithers his way under the basket.
And the ball reversal was what made the play. They're moving the Kansas defense and getting things off it.
And now another made 3.
He's been much better going off one. That was a beautiful left-handed finish over side.
He's about as good a guard finisher as there is in the nation, don't you think?
Yes.
Jackson with the answer at the other end, and both teams are now heating up. Wilson shakes his man and gets it to go. How about the skill level on that? He's got 20.
Well, that was a good job defensively by Veesaar. It's hard to keep Bidunga from getting around him, but he didn't give him an angle to the basket and then didn't foul.
And count the basket.
You get 1 extra step from what you had last year. That would have been on the floor. That was close to being 2 steps. He reminds you a little bit of Udoka Azubuike when he was younger. Big, strong.
And another made 3. This time it's Powell. And so many connections between these two programs as we've documented. It almost felt like there were too many connections where the two sides just didn't want to play each other. But now it's different as Bogovac knocks down the three. Veesaar steps back out. Now Evans. 7 to shoot. Behind the back. Into the paint. Crosses over. Lays it in. Tiller has fouled out. Bidunga's on the bench. Tipped up and good. That is going to count for Trey White. Trying to snap a 5-game losing streak in this series. What a pass. Count the basket. Another assist for Caleb Wilson.
A good job by Trimble.
Peterson gets a look and buries a three. White gets free and lays it in on a feed from Peterson.
So concerned about Bidunga.
Final minute of regulation, knocked away by Wilson. And the exclamation point on an impressive second half for Carolina. Rosario will bang home a three at the other end, but Wilson now up to 24 points. Soak it in. Enjoy the energy here at the Dean Dome. The Tar Heels with a big early season win.
What a second half performance by North Carolina.